What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here without Will Leahey, but I do have my dog Rue sitting here. What's up, Rue? Rue is going to co-host. He's very happy to be on the show. He's been waiting for all this time for Will not to show up. Now we have Rue. Well, yesterday we had a rare matchup. We had Edwin Diaz versus Alexis Diaz pitching in the same inning, basically functioning, well, as closers. They weren't really closers because they didn't close out the game, but they were both dominant and both pitching in the first inning for the first time in their entire lives. They had never faced each other before, and the only time they ever played on the same team was in a WBC. Edwin pitched really well. He K'd the side and actually looked a lot like his former self. I mean, look at this heat. And then Alexis also picked up a K. They decided to match the brothers up here. You can see how identical their mechanics look. And after the game, here's Edwin Diaz talking about pitching against his brother.
Are you going to save anything from this game with the last ball from the ninth inning or a lineup card or something?
I think we would save the lineup card for each team. You know, this is really special. You know, we come from a little hometown and share the field today for the first time. Like both playing in the same game. I pitch, he pitch, and that's really fun. And I'm really happy to enjoy.
Will there be any trash talking later tonight?
No, because we both did good. So he can't say anything to me. I can't say anything to him. So let's see how the next two games goes, and we see. We talk a little bit of trash after.
Really huge moment in baseball. Very cool. And let's hear it for the Diaz brothers. Class acts. Now for the rest of my whip around the league, Luis Gil had 7 Ks and 6 scoreless innings, giving up 1 hit. The Yankees shut out the Cubs 7-0. Had these fastballs and sliders and looked really good. He faced Jordan Wicks, who had 4 Ks and 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had these fastballs, including this two-seamer, as well as this changeup. Frankie Montas had a solid outing yesterday with 10 strikeouts and 6 innings, giving up 3 runs and only 2 hits. He had this front door two-seamer, this painted backdoor cutter, these sliders and splitters, and here he K'd the side and got swords on each K with 3 different pitch types. I'm not sure the last time I've ever seen that. And still, it wasn't good enough to beat Ryan Feltner and the Rockies, as the Rockies rose above the Brewers 3-2. Feltner took his record to 2-10 with this victory. He had 6 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits, and had these fastballs and sweepers. The Orioles flew by the Rays 2-0. Dean Kramer had 7 Ks and 6 scoreless innings. He had these fastballs, including this 95 at the knees, as well as his cutter and splitters. He faced Shane Baz, who had 5 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 earned run and 2 hits. He had this changeup and curveball. The Red Sox beat the White Sox 3-1 in the Battle of the Stinky Sox. Well, the Red Sox are now above 500. They're not stinky, but I had to work that in for Will. As he's editing this, he may edit this out, or he may not. He may put horns on my head. Nick Pivetta had 6 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had the sweepers, slider, and picked up a sword on his curveball. He faced Davis Martin, who had 3 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and these sliders and changeups, and again, looked pretty solid. Samuel Aldegari had 7 Ks and 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. He had these sliders and picked up a sword. And he faced Garrison Garabito, who had 1 K and 2 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this curveball. Framber Valdez was really good again yesterday with 7 strikeouts and 7 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits, as the Astros blanked the D-backs 8-0. He had this painted two-seamer and changeup, both with kind of wicked movement there, as well as these absolute hammer curveballs. And when Framber's curveball's on, he is impossible to hit. He faced Brandon Fott, who had 5 Ks and 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, and had these sinkers. Sean Manaea was good again yesterday with 9 Ks and 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, as the Mets beat the Reds 9-4. He had these two-seamers and 6 sweepers and picked up a sword. He faced Fernando Cruz, who had 3 Ks in 1 inning, giving up 2 runs, and had this fastball and splitter. The Mariners drowned the Cards 6-1. Bryce Miller had 4 Ks and 6 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. He had this mean sinker and this painted splitter. He faced Eric Fetty. Yeah, baby. Did he have a lot of Ks yesterday? No, baby. He only had 1 K in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run and had this sweeper. Matthew Boyd had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run as the Cardinals handled the Dodgers 3-1. He had these sliders, including this wipeout slider to Shohei. He faced Landon Knack, who had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Those 8 Ks were a career high. He had these changeups, sliders, and curveball, and looked very good. Michael King had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run as the Padres beat the Giants 5-1. He had these sliders, sweepers, and nasty changeups. And here's an overlay of his sinker and sweeper. Not his best movement, but you can still see why that's filthy. And he outdueled Mason Black, who had 6 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these fastballs, including his 4-seamer and 2-seamer. Mitch Spence had 6 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run as the A's declawed the Tigers 7-6. And these cutters and nasty sliders and curveballs. He outdueled, can you say this? He outdueled Tarik Skubal, who had 7 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this inside mean 2-seamer. I mean, jumping out of the way of a pitch that caught a good bit of the plate, as well as had these changeups and got absolutely fired up. Just not enough to beat Mitch Spence. Cole Reagans had 7 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up only 4 hits as the Royals shut out the Twins 5-0. He had this painted fastball, these sliders, knuckle curves, and changeups. His ERA this season is 3.33. He is now 3rd in the major leagues in strikeouts with 204. Hey, Will, do you know the 2 pitchers that are above Cole Reagans in strikeouts this year? No, Ninja, I don't. Well, Will, they're the 2 Cy Young winners this year, or likely Cy Young winners. That's Tarik Skubal and Chris Sale. It's a great season from Cole Reagans. He faced Zebby Matthews, who had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 4 runs, had these sliders, including this painted slider. The Phillies destroyed the Marlins yesterday, 16-2. Zach Wheeler had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up only 1 run on 2 hits. He had these fastballs and curveballs and picked up some swords. Max Fried was outstanding yesterday with 8 Ks in 7 innings, giving up no earned runs as the Braves downed the Jays 3-1. And these fastballs, including this one that was for some reason called a ball, caught a good bit of the zone here. Waiting for this challenge system. Tap your hat. And he also picked up a sword on his fastball, but he later on got a gift on this call on his curveball and also had this wicked curveball as well as this filthy sweeper. He faced Kevin Gausman, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had this fastball for a low strike. Again, I have no idea what's going on here, and neither does Bill Miller, the home plate ump. And Gausman also had these splitters. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Jose Alvarado had these wicked cutters. Aaron Ashby had this curveball and sliders. Yunier Cano had this sinker and changeup. Jake Cousins had these wicked sliders. Luke Weaver had this overpowering fastball. Tyler Holton had these cutters. Raisel Iglesias had these fastballs and sliders and awesome K-pose to end the game. And Tommy Kahnle had these changeups. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Emmanuel Clase for these 2 inside cutters, and then he follows these up with this slider that's kind of on the outside corner. Just that mean combination. At number 4, we have Max Fried and his beautiful curveball. At number 3, Framber Valdez and his hammers and nice curveball. At number 2, Tarik Skubal and that mean, terroristic inside 2-seamer. And at number 1, we have Mason Miller going medieval yesterday with these wicked sliders and 104-mile-an-hour gas. Let's never forget that 104 miles an hour is really fast. I mean, I know Ben Joyce threw 106 the other day, but 104 is legit. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's graceful Austin Wells versus not so graceful Austin Wells. My picks of the day today, I'm going to start out with Logan Gilbert for 6Ks or more, then take DJ Hers for 6Ks or more, and top it off with Spencer Schwellenbach for 6Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?